Leaving a successful business in Australia to replicate it in Asia was always going to be a challenge for one Brisbane couple. But 18 months after they set up their cafe in Hong Kong, their hard work is slowly paying off. They're now not only getting good reviews, they're winning awards, but they say the cultural and business challenges to get to this stage have been tough. Moving to Hong Kong was the first big adventure for this newly married couple. Dean Hartz ran a successful cafe in Brisbane, but when the opportunity to sell came up, he and his wife Jane Sexton embraced it as a chance to start the next phase of their life together.
Jane had finished studying, so we were free to explore other opportunities, and Hong Kong was, I guess, open to having foreign investment or such.
I guess a more interesting start to life together as opposed to just combining where we currently work.
And this is their cafe in Hong Kong. Positioned on the island's busiest stretch, Queen's Road, it's right in the heart of Central.
I guess some of the setup in Australia was such a long time that maybe I'd forgotten a little of the pain, but definitely a lot more risk here with much higher rents. Even though there's cheaper wages, getting the right skill set was hard initially.
On the rent side, Hong Kong is home to the world's highest retail and commercial rents, and Queen's Road is a leader in this field. Add to that the challenge of competing with chains like Starbucks, and Dean and Jane knew that the journey ahead would be trying.
That's really challenging, definitely, because in many cases you're about the location for convenience. Alternatively, the groups have remarkable power, and I think that's probably that's one of the things we've really discussed. Is I wouldn't say it was hidden, but it was certainly, despite all the research that we did, not apparent that I still can't find independent operations that have survived.
But Cafeine has survived, and over the last 18 months, Jane and Dean's dedication and long hours have paid off. The cafe's won a number of awards from the well-known foodie magazine, including the Editor's Choice for Best Breakfast and the Best Cafe in the chic district of Shen Wan.
Created a fair bit of publicity, and even like being on the cover of quite a prominent Hong Kong food magazine, just because it is just that little bit different, even though it is reasonably straightforward.
And the publicity that came with the awards has seen more customers roll in, and more reviews on social media, like the popular local website Open Rice, which in Hong Kong is taken very seriously by food lovers.
We definitely saw increased tables during the time of the awards when we were nominated for something, because people use it as a daily reference for what's in their neighbourhood and what's popular. And it's extraordinary. You know, sort of A4, 400 words written about a meal, photographs. Wow, they do that regularly about everywhere they go.
But it's not just all awards and good reviews. Running a cafe involves paperwork, and in Hong Kong that means a lot of it. While Dean works in the cafe, Jane does all the administration and staffing, and it's a task she says is more hands-on than in Australia.
It is the most remarkable amount of paperwork for everything, and that is irrelevant of the electronic age. Everything, and checks are still very much a part of business here. And each supplier presents a bill every day and they deliver daily.
But for Jane and Dean, their first big adventure has been worthwhile. In just 18 months, Cafeine has grown from 3 to 10 staff, all bilingual, and they're part of a growing team with talk of a second cafe. In a city where the turnover in restaurants and cafes is fierce, Jane and Dean have not only survived, but done well against the odds.
I lived in Hong Kong for 3 years back in 98, 99, 2000, and there were 2 cafes, being Staunton's and one on Wyndham Street, and I don't think of myself as that old, but it is remarkable to see how much things have changed, and you do occasionally want to say to something, you don't know how good you've got it.